Morning Frankie. So today I thought I'd take you through some of the things that I'm doing in the studio at the moment. I've got quite a few things going on. I've got some paper mache work, I've got some textile work, I've got some paintings that I've started. I've got a book of ideas, which I want to get to, but I am certainly not short of things to do. And so let's get started. I'll start with the weirdest thing that's going on in the studio right now, and that is this paper mache lump. So I made this a while ago before Christmas, and I was thinking of making a cloud that I wanted to hang from the ceiling, and I might hang like, you know, certain things off it, but it kind of turned out like this, just this big white lump of coal or something. It's quite a strange, amorphous kind of thing. And yesterday I just started painting cat faces all over the bumps and lumps of this. I like this one here, and I'm quite fond of this ginger cat here. So I just kept coming back to it all day and painting a new face on a new lump. And do you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you've seen the movie The Substance, the one with Demi Moore. How she becomes at the end, kind of all lumpy and yeah, this reminds me of that, but with cat faces instead of human faces. Yeah, but I quite like that. So let's now move on to something less strange. So I've been making a lot of Australian animal shapes out of paper mache and leftover cardboard. After Christmas, we had a lot of cardboard in the house from, you know, buying gifts online and stuff. They come packaged in cardboard, and I just don't like wasting things. Inevitably, a lot of it does get wasted, but there's lots of potential there. And so I've been making creatures out of that cardboard and then paper macheing the shapes with newspaper, which we get a free newspaper every week. It's pretty bad, so it's great for paper mache. It's nice to be able to reuse it. So yeah, I cover it using newspaper and a mixture of flour and water, like the most basic paper mache mixture that you can use. And I've made a bunch of these Australian animals. This is an echidna. They're wonderful little creatures. What else? This is a numbat, which is a Western Australian creature. Sweet little things. They're little ant eaters. And yeah, they're really beautiful little animals. This one is a bilby. So this is an Australian marsupial. They're endangered, sadly. They're beautiful creatures. They're our Easter bunny. Our substitute for the Easter bunny is the Easter bilby. We even have chocolates made in the shape of the Easter bilby. Yeah, lovely little creatures, the bilby. I often send a lot of donations to the Save the Bilby Fund. That's part of where some of my art funds go, is to saving the bilby. I just love those little creatures. And then this is a black cockatoo. These are beautiful creatures. These fly over my house, and yes, they very much dominate the Western Australian skies. Beautiful birds, the black cockatoo. So this is a red-tailed black cockatoo. So these hang on the wall. I've just got little hangers here, and I have made more, but I just thought I'd show you an example of what I'm making. Then in my last video, I showed you a cat that I'd made, a textile cat that I'd embroidered, and I have been working on a snake. So this is my snake. He's quite long, and I've embroidered his head and added eyes and things, and I've been putting these diamonds on him. And next up, I'm going to add words here. I'm going to embroider words on it. A poem about a snake. I was going to do a D.H. Lawrence poem, but I can't find a section from it that I really think will fit this. So I've decided to use Jim Morrison lyrics. You know the song that ends where he says, ride the snake to the lake, the ancient lake, baby. Yeah, so I'm gonna write that on here. And if you know the Doors, you'll know the song. And so this whole thing will be embroidered in the end, pretty much. I'll have little gaps, but it will be quite energetic and colourful, and I'll add a little tongue, and yeah, that's my snake. I also have 2 whales in the works. They're smaller, they're probably about this big, and I'll probably do some more intricate embroidery on them. I was thinking of doing something like, you know how they used to carve into the whalebone in the whaling days? I can't remember what they call that. There was a name for it, but I can't remember. Doesn't matter anyway. So they used to carve like little images in the whalebone. So I'm going to do embroidery which is reminiscent of that. And then, oh, I forgot to show you another, oops. It's okay. I'm going to show you this cat head that I finished yesterday too. This could be like a mask, but it can also be hung on the wall. And this was made out of a box that came out of a box that came out of a box that we got a barbecue in. We bought a barbecue the other day, and this box was in there, and I just saw a cat straight away and got on to making this, and I really love it. I'm loving these colors. I'm actually using an acrylic gouache to paint most of these things. They're fabulous. So the colors are really bright, vibrant and bright, and then I can put a clear varnish over the top to protect it. And then these are really durable. Paper mache is really durable once it's varnished, so it will last a very, very long time. Yeah, so that's another thing I made. I also have a couple of paintings that I've started, but there's really nothing to show that will be of any interest. But I've got a whole list of things that I want to make this year. I want to get into, when I get deeply into painting, that'll happen. It just hasn't happened yet this year. I am really focused on being more expressive and free. In the past, I've tended to do watercolors that are quite intricate and take a lot of time, and there's a lot of like, you know, you got to get your lines right, but I'm just really wanting to break free this year and get really, really playful. So that's what's happening in the studio at the moment, and it will change from week to week. But yeah, I'm really focused on doing interesting things with paper mache. Hold on, I've got one more thing to show you. I just looked over there, and I don't know if you know what a Chiko roll is. It's a very Australian thing. I don't know if you can call it a food group. It's an interesting food, but this is a Chiko roll, and I'm going to be making a little bag for it as well. So that's what that is. Yeah, so I think that's where we'll end our video today. Me with my, you know, fast food, Australian fast food paper mache object. And I will see you next week. Yes, I will. Okay, bye.